Okay. Oh, there she is. Good morning. I can't hear you. Sorry, you're muted. I had it set to mute.
I'm just sorry for being late.
Don't worry. No worries. You're good. It's okay. Okay. Well, that's what we wanted. Now it's working. Okay. There. Okay. Holy cow. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Let me check my microphone 1 second. No, wrong microphone. Okay. I think that's right. Can you hear me, Amisha? Okay, great. Okay, here we go. Good morning. Okay, this week we're on to the last of the prana vayus, which we've been talking about for a few weeks, which is sort of one way to think of it as the anatomy of the subtle body. And so this week we're talking about Udana Vayu, which is the way that we sort of optimize the prana, right? So we receive it, we bring it in, we assimilate it, digest it, sort the what's useful from what's not useful. We let go of what's not useful. We circulate it through the whole body, and then the Udana step of the process is the growth of it, right? How we then it's really, Udana Vayu is related to growth and a sort of the upward movement of our perspective and our attitude and our way of seeing the world and our own self-actualization. So if prana itself is possibility or potential, it holds, right, the whole of the potentiality of the universe. It's related to the akasha, which is the space or ether element in the universe, which is like the wide open sky, like anything that can be possible. Because Udana is the way that we sort of manifest whatever is possible for us out into the world. And so there's this upward movement that when we connect to Udana Vayu, it's like we draw upwards from whatever's touching the floor. So if we're right side up, it's the feet, or if we're sitting, it's the pelvis, or when we're upside down, it's whatever's touching the floor, and we draw upwards, and we move it up into the throat. It's related to, Udana is related to the vishuddha chakra, which is related to speech, the throat chakra. Speech is the primary creative force on the relative plane, right? It's how we literally create sound. It's how we create lots of things by moving breath through across the vocal cords to create sound and to communicate and to manifest into the world whatever it is we want to be manifesting out into the world. So there's this upward movement, and it's also a movement of our consciousness from the lower levels of consciousness, which is where we live most of the time. We live in the mundane. We live in I got to do the dishes. I got to get my kids to school. I got to make the dinner. I got to go to the supermarket. I got to pay the taxes, all the things, right? That's the sort of, lower and higher, there's no valuation put on that. It's just the sort of, right, the mundane tasks of the world, let's say. And when we connect to Udana and we connect into that upward movement of consciousness, it's like what brings us to our higher consciousness, right? It's the recognition that we are not just the supermarket and the kids and whatever narrative we have going on in our heads about where we are or who we are or what we're doing, right? And we access a wider plane of existence. And so as we work with Udana, we're going to focus a little more on the throat and the neck and the head and the alignment of the head and the neck, because on the physiological level, many of us are out of alignment in where our heads are because life is pulling us, this way with the phones and the computers and all those things. And so on the physiological level, right, there's like a growth that happens, there's an uplift that happens when we line up our neck and our head. And then when we do that, it's like we open up that channel so that we can access those higher levels of consciousness. We can self-actualize more easily, if that's a way we can think about it. So that'll be the invitation for today. So close your eyes. Settle in. Let yourself just soften and open up. Feel a spaciousness inside your body, wherever you feel that. Connect to that akasha element. And then allow a spaciousness in your mind. And whether that's a sense of just feeling more open-minded about maybe this whole idea of the pranavayus, or it's a sense of literally making more space between thoughts, between stuff going on in your mind. It can be any of those awarenesses. But let yourself open up and sort of rise above any stories or narratives or dramas that you have happening in your life, whether they are quite real or perceived or self-invented or imposed by someone else. Just access a space inside of yourself that feels beyond those things. That is the pure potentiality of life itself. You can feel as you're breathing, the breath coming in, flowing in through the nose, moving into the heart. Then as you exhale, moving up into the throat. And as you breathe in, move the air, the prana, the breath up into the center of the mind, using that breath and the prana there to create more space. Let the mind, as you exhale, be more free. Let go of clutter and noise and anything going on. And just take a few more breaths like that, considering this upward movement or connecting to an upward movement that reminds us and allows us to access these higher levels of our own consciousness. And it's not that we are creating these things as we do yoga. They are part of who we are. These energy flows are happening inside of us and within us all the time. And our yoga practice is just the invitation to pay attention to them and to be able to utilize them in a way that serves us and serves our own life. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's start with our invocation. Deep breath in. Namah Shivaya. Satchidananda Murtaye. Ishvara Panchaya Shantaya. Niranambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya. Radhe Satchidananda Murtaye. Ishvara Panchaya Shantaya. Niranambaya Tejasvi. Om Namah Shivaya. Rave Satchidananda Murtaye Yusvara Panchaya Shantaya Niranaya Tejasvi. Into the pure potential of your own spirit, bow your head gently. As you're ready, release your hands, let your eyes open. Okay, I'm going to start in tabletop. Come to all fours. I'll just invite you to start with your own tabletop warm-ups, whatever that looks like for you, however you like to move and breathe and flow. In your tabletop, just allowing the body to warm up gently, allowing connection of movement to breath, perhaps having this sense of the energy rising up or making the movements in the body that help the energy to arise. And here we go with the stereo again today. Okay, there we go. If you have a second side of something to do, just finish up with that. These next few breaths. And then we're going to meet together in Balasana, child's pose, hips to heels, arms extended out in front. So we're going to work with the alignment of the head and the neck today, as I said. So even here, think of creating an extension, whether your head is up or down. Just think of creating an extension in your neck as you reach out through your arms. Let the neck feel long and relaxed. Walk arms and torso over to the right. Stack your left hand on top of your right hand. Walk as far over as you are able to while still keeping your left hip back so that we're creating a big space into the left side of the body. And then walk through center and over to the other side. Right hand on top of left hand. Breathing deeply. As you're breathing in, feeling energy rise up through your spine. As you're breathing out, let it expand outwards, up through the throat, out through the crown of the head. Walk through center. One more warm up here. Sweep your hands behind your back. You can get your head to the floor. Even if you want to stack a blanket or two underneath, that's a possibility. And then we're just going to pulse the arms up and down a few times. So as you inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, let them release back down towards your hips. Stretch your arms as straight as you can. You can always do this holding a strap if your shoulders feel a little stiff or tight this morning. And then if it's safe for your neck to do so, roll up. And the next time your arms lift, roll to the crown of your head and stretch your arms towards the sky. And then roll back down and release your hips down. If your neck is not comfortable doing that, if you've got a cervical spine issue or you get a lot of headaches, this might not be the best move for you. So just keep it in the arms. Couple more, either lifting arms and rolling up or just lifting the arms. Next time you're up on your head, if you're doing that or just your arms extending up, just pause there.
Hug your shoulder blades in towards your spine a little bit more. Stretch your arms a little bit more towards the sky and just feel this lift upwards through your hips. So it's not like you're just dumping weight down into your head. Exhale and release your arms out in front. Release your hips back. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. And then sweep your right arm up to the right, twisting open to the right, pushing down into your left hand. Turn your ribs, turn your shoulders, turn your head, look up as best you can. And then exhale, bring the right arm close to the left wrist. So don't come back by your legs. Stay forward and land onto your shoulder and your ear. Come up onto your left fingertips. Kick your left leg over to the left. And then a couple of options here. One nice thing is you can take depending on how long your arms are and your legs, you can take your right hand and push your left thigh bone up towards the sky. That's a nice way to do it. Just encourage that lift up through the spine. And then you can also, or in addition to, you can walk sorry, my microphone is choking me. Okay. You can walk your left hand behind you up overhead and over to the left as if you were going to roll that left shoulder down to the floor behind you. Again, I'm going to put this in the category of not for everyone. If your neck bothers you, if you have cervical spine challenges or disc issues, keep more of the support in your shoulder and in your hand and out of your neck. All right, one more breath wherever you are. And then get your left hand underneath you and use that as support to come back to tabletop. Pause, just to come to center for a moment. Then inhale and lift your left arm up, looking up, reaching up, twisting open, twisting your shoulders, your gaze, even looking up as best you can. And then sweep your left arm under, close to your right wrist. So come forward a little bit, give your torso space, come up on the right fingertips, kick your right leg to the side. Options here, left hand to right thigh, pushing the thigh bone up, encouraging that lift so we're not dumping weight into the neck and into the shoulder. Next option is walk the right arm behind you, as if you were going to roll your right shoulder to the floor behind you. Having the hand here propped on the leg also helps the somewhat inevitable roll to the back, which sometimes happens in this pose. Okay, one more breath. As you're breathing in, feel the energy rise up through your spine, and then the hips get a little bit lighter. And then as you exhale, just twist a little bit deeper. Good. Plant your right hand. Use that support to come back up. Very good. Come up to downward facing dog. And for today, take a longer dog, so that the spine is getting more of a stretch. A shorter dog is good for leg stretching. A longer dog is still stretches the legs, but you're able to access a length in the torso a little bit more. So go long in your dog today. Not so much that you feel like your feet and hands are going to slip away from each other, but just so that you can get more lift up through your hips and more length through your side body. Yeah, and then if you like pedaling or shifting hips or any of your little doggy warm-ups, wagging your tail, do that. And then just connect to an energy that is upward moving. So as you feel your hands on the earth, draw up from the earth into your heart. And then from your heart, as you exhale, send the energy up to your hips, down to your heels. Send the energy up to the crown of the head and out to your fingertips. Inhale, come forward to plank and think about where your head is landing. So try to keep your head in line with your spine. We tend to drop our head in plank pose because it's heavy and our neck muscles get tired. So lift your throat, lift your ears, hug your shoulder blades in. Good. And then come down to your belly, release down. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you like Superman arms. Good. Go a little bit wider. Go thumbs up, pinkies down. You can go a little wider than shoulders with your hands. And if your back is feeling tight, you can go wide with your legs here as well. And that'll be a little easier on your back. Good. Stretch your arms and your legs long and firm the muscles of your arms and your legs. And then on your next inhale, lift everything you can up off the floor. Good. And then lengthen a little bit more on the exhale. One more breath, lift a little higher and exhale, release. Take a breath in A long exhale out. Next inhale, lift everything up. Lift from your armpits and your inner thighs. As you exhale, stretch longer. As you inhale, lift a little more. And exhale and release. One more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, release. Arms to your sides now into a T shape. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll leave my stuff for you. Bend up your right elbow. Roll to your left side for shoulder stretch. If your neck feels tired, slide a blanket under your head. You can put your head on the floor if that's comfortable. Let your neck be comfortable. Reach out through your left arm. Push into your right hand. Roll towards the left side until you feel a good stretch into the front of your chest, into the armpit. Use the right hand pressing on the floor to draw your right shoulder blade back and down towards your left shoulder blade. That's it. And that top leg can be in front of you. It can be stacked. It can be behind you, whatever feels comfortable. That's it. You shouldn't feel pinching in your shoulder here. If there's a pinch in your shoulder, that's a message that it's there's too much weight on the shoulder. You just want to feel a stretch. One more breath. Roll to your belly. Pause. Breathe, feel. And then stretch the right arm over to the right. Press into your left hand, roll to the right. Head up, down, on a blanket, on a block, wherever it's comfortable. That's it. Use the pressing of your left hand to squeeze your left shoulder blade in and back towards your right shoulder blade. Yep, that's it. Keep reaching through your right arm. Take one more breath. Exhale, roll to your belly. Good. Slide both hands out to the sides now. So off the mat, up on the fingertips. And then from your legs, draw energy up into your pelvis. From your arms, draw energy inwards towards your heart. Feel a pooling of energy there. Make your legs really strong. Hug the legs in towards each other. Hug the shoulder blades in towards each other. And then on your next inhale, just curl up any amount. Let your head stay in line with your spine. So notice if your tendency is to lead with your chin or keep your head dropped, and move from your shoulders. As you exhale, release down. And as you inhale, lift up. Keep your buttocks toned. Keep your belly toned. Let your head just come along for the ride. Keep that channel open. Exhale and lower. And a couple more just like that at your pace, maybe lifting a little higher. Feeling that upward flow of movement from the heart center up to the throat, up to the space between the eyes, all the way to the crown of the head. Lifting your energy, lifting your perspective. Good. And exhale, release and lower down. Okay, rest your head on your hands. Bring your legs a little closer. Thigh stretch. Right foot, right hand to right foot. Yep, hug your heel down. You can have your head down on your left elbow, so it's a little early in practice. If you want to keep it more gentle, you can stay down like this. If you want to come up on the elbow, that's totally fine. If you feel ready to go there and you want a deeper stretch, you can come up on your left elbow. Good. Roll your inner right thigh towards the sky, up towards your inner right heel. Pull your heel towards your butt at the same time. As you breathe in, again, feel a length and an uplift of energy. And as you breathe out, continue to move that energy upwards towards the crown of your head. If your head is up, again, neck in line with the spine. Take one more breath. Release your foot. Take a moment. As you're ready, switch sides. So poses on the belly are supposedly helpful in stimulating and balancing Udana Vayu. So as you're breathing in, imagine that you're drawing the energy up and into the belly. As you're breathing out, it's rising up to the heart center, to the throat, all the way to the crown of the head. You're using the breath and the prana to keep a spaciousness in that back leg, even as we're opening up the thigh. Exhale and release that foot. Good. Downward facing dog. Bend and straighten your knees a few times, just keeping a length in the back body. And even here in your dog pose, perhaps think about where your head has landed. The ears should be between the upper arms. We tend to let the head drop in dog pose. So maybe just work there for today, keeping the front of the throat a little more open. And then bend the knees one more time and either step or hop forward, Uttanasana, forward bend. Lengthen your spine, rise up with your breath. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. So let's just take a moment in Tadasana to line up shoulders, head, and neck here. Take a breath in. And as you breathe in, feel that your whole shoulder girdle, your collarbones, your shoulder blades, the head of your arm bones is rising up with the breath. So the side body lengthens and there's just this lift and the whole shoulder girdle lifts up. And then you can draw the shoulders back gently. As you do that, you might feel your chin tip up a little bit. And that's okay. It helps to get the shoulders back. But then we want to lengthen the back of the neck. So feel a lift from the base of your skull upwards towards the crown of your head. Draw your throat and your ears back. So it's like your heart moves a little bit out in front. And that's Udana Vayu. We open up that channel because our self-actualization, it comes from the heart. We want the heart to be out in front. All right, Surya Namaskar B. If you're not at the front of your mat, move to the front of your mat and then sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, sit back into chair. Good, line up your legs. So thigh bones back, drop your tailbone. And then line up shoulders and head here. So if it's hard to get the shoulders back, just go into cactus arms, that's fine. Throat long, ears back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up, lengthen your spine, come up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, jump, however you want to get back to plank, lower through chaturanga. Of course, you can jump right to chaturanga if that's in your practice. All right, come on up to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands for warrior one pose. That's it. And then take your hands down to your front thigh for a moment. Let's just work here for a moment. So bend your right knee over your ankle, wrap your left hip to face front, and then create a straight line of energy as you draw up from your legs into your pelvis, connect into the sacrum at the base of the spine, and then continue to draw that energy all the way up through the crown of the head. Make a beautiful straight line of your spine. And then keep that as you unfurl and come upwards. So that channel, there's no kinks in the hose, there's no kinks in the chain, right? The channel of the spine stays open. One more breath to fully actualize this pose, this moment. And then exhale, hands down, step to plank, chaturanga, head in line with spine. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Right heel down. Come up, hands on your front thigh. Draw energy from your feet up your legs into your pelvis. Feel that uplift of energy. And then as you come upright, feel it rise up through the spine. Keep the whole chain of the spine open. The whole back body open. So you're lifting up, even as you extend down through your legs. And then there's this curl back in the upper body. And as your shoulders come back and your head comes back, let the head just come along for the ride. Good. Exhale, plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 3 breaths in your dog pose. Building towards the highest expression of the pose. That's really what Udana Vayu is. It's the highest expression of any possible thing. Your pose, your work, whatever it is. Your food. All right. Bend your knees, step or hop forward, Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine, exhale and fold. Inhale, chair, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. You can always go to cactus if you need to. Push into your feet, stretch up. Exhale, let your arms release by your sides. Good, inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale back to dog pose. And then narrow your stance, lift your right leg, dog split. Point your kneecap to the left. Well, not to the left, but straight ahead. But you feel like you got to point it to the left a little more. Left hip draws back, right knee up high, right heel hugging in, maybe a little more stretch for the hip flexor. And then keeping your neck long, turn and look to the right. Big step forward into warrior two. Good, settle your head right over your spine and then turn your gaze so your nose is right over your breastbone. Relax your shoulders down, but draw them back. Yeah. And then lengthen the front and the back of the neck evenly. Then turn your gaze back over your right fingertips. And then as you breathe in, draw energy upwards, draw your perspective upwards, your awareness upwards. As you breathe out, keep letting it rise up and out. Parshvakonasana, so either forearm down to the thigh or hand to the floor. Let's go top arm to the ceiling just for a moment, like Trikonasana arms, that's it. And then check in with your neck so that we tend to drop the ear towards the bottom ear towards the bottom shoulder. So lift your left ear up towards your left arm. Then sweep your arm down towards your ear and just hug them in towards each other. That's it. Extend through your neck evenly. Turn your belly a little more from right to left. And then one more breath to draw energy upwards into the center. And then as you exhale, to send it out through the crown of the head. Exhale, release your hand down, step back, downward facing dog. You can hold here, or you can move through a vinyasa. Plank, chaturanga, don't let your head drop down. I know, we get tired and then the head just set, and that's what happens, you know, and that's how we end up with that sort of forward head, dropped head posture. So it's good once in a while to have this focus in our practice to just do a reset, a reboot. Okay, dog split, left leg up, twist open. Right kneecap stays straight ahead, so the right hip needs to pull back a little. Bend your knee, open your hip. Take a little more hip flexor stretch. Good, and then just feel the length of your spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Oh, geez. And then keep that length and keep that line open. Turn and look to the left if you're not there already. All right, good. Big step up. Warrior two. That's it. Find the length. So all around, imagine your neck as a sort of cylinder. And you want all sides of the cylinder to be evenly extending, opening upwards. So even as you turn your head and there's the rotation there, the neck is the axis of the twist, all sides of that cylinder stay lifted and open. Okay, forearm to the thigh or hand to the floor. Start with your top arm to the sky. Lift your right ear up towards your right shoulder. Move your shoulders back and then sweep your arm over your ear. That's it. Draw energy up as you inhale into the center, into the heart. Let it rise up as you exhale to the crown of the head, to the tips of your fingers. On an exhale, release back, downward facing dog. Hold or move as you wish. Okay. Once again, slightly narrow stance, right leg behind, this time hips level. As we move, we're going to move back into warrior one. So right leg up, hips level. Don't open the hip for this one. Stretch your left heel down. Breathe and draw up from your hands into the center of your body. And then as you breathe out, send energy all the way up to the tips of your toes. So there's a lightness and a lift in your shoulders, in your head and your neck. Good, then step into warrior one. Spin down your back heel. Come on up. This time, take your hands behind your head and either you can lace your fingers or you can just take the fingertips gently to the back of your skull.
Good. Bring your elbows in slightly and suck your armpits back. You feel if you have stuff going on in your low back, or you just feel like you need to protect that a little bit, tone your belly a little more. Okay, now take your shoulders back, but at the same time, use your hands to lift and lengthen the back of your neck. And then take the whole thing back. Yeah. Take your tailbone down and forward. Take the whole thing back. Good. If this feels nice, having the support for your neck, stay there, or stretch your arms to the sky right where you are. Hug your upper arms to your ears. Yeah, beautiful, you guys. That's lovely. Okay, we're going to go to warrior 3, arm position of your choice. So same thing. We want ears and upper arms in line with each other. If that's not possible, just go into cactus. Go arms behind. Any one of those works. Good. One more breath to draw up through that standing leg. Get lighter and then extend out through the crown. We're going to stand up and bring the knee up. You can either hold your knee or hold your foot. Take your left arm out to, or right arm out to the right for balance. And then we're going left leg out to the side. If you're holding your knee, just take your knee out to the side. That works too. That's it. You got it. One more breath to just rise up, to lift up, to connect into that Udana Vayu, find that upward flow of energy. Good, bring the leg in front. Stretch it out. Hold for a breath. Don't dump your weight down. Keep that uplift of energy. That's Udana Vayu. Back through warrior 3. And then Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. So left hand goes down, right hand to your right hip. Get long first, and then twist to your right. Right arm to the sky. Yes, you guys. Check in with the head and neck. Notice if the head wants to drop down, keep that channel open. One more breath to energetically extend. Good, big step back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Yes, breathe. All right. Hold or flow. Rest is always an option as well. Hips level, dog split, left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. As you breathe in, pull energy from your hands up through your arms into your heart. Feel your shoulder blades firm onto your back. Feel energy pull into your heart space. And then from your heart, send energy up to the throat, up to the crown of the head, through your spine, up to that lifted leg. Good, big step, warrior 1. Come up, hands behind head. Elbows in close. Feel like you're hollowing out your armpit. So the arm bone makes like a bump in the armpit. See if you can hollow that back, bring it back and in. So the shoulder blades firm in. And then use your hands to lengthen the back of your neck. Keep bending to your left knee. Curl back. Yes. You can stay here or you can stretch your arms out. And for the final breath, feel that rising up of Udana Vayu, that expansive energy inside. Lead forward, warrior 3. As you're lifting up, use the inhale to get that updraft. It comes with the inhale, that comes in with prana. And then use it, send it upwards even more, get a little lighter. On your next inhale, come upright, bring your knee up. Hold your right knee or hold your right foot. Good. And then knee to the side or foot to the side. And if you've got a wall, use a wall. Yeah. Hold steady where you are. Wherever you are, let it be the fullest actualization of the pose. Let it come to its highest, most refined expression. That's Udana Vayu. Good. Bring that leg to center. Stretch the leg out in front. Hold for a breath. Keep that uplift. And then send it back behind. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana, right hand to the floor or use a block. Take your left arm, twist to the left. So it's right leg up, right hand. Yeah, like that. You got it. Draw up on the inhale from the earth. As you exhale, send energy through your spine, through the crown of your head. Get longer, twist a little more. And then big step back. Downward facing dog. Very good. Hold, rest, flow. Breathe.
All right. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Uttanasana. We're going to come down to seated for Navasana. So you can do that using your hands for help, or you can do the hands-free version, reaching your arms out in the front, using that lift of the belly so that you land softly, and then legs up, Navasana. If you need to have knees bent or if you need to hold the legs, that's fine. Good. Breathe in, draw up from your sit bones, up to the crown of your head, up to your feet. As you exhale, keep lengthening, but lower halfway. Pull your belly back, hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lengthen, lower. Inhale up. Exhale. Extend, 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 extend. Inhale up. 2 more with your breath. And inhale. And last one. Good. Inhale up, fold your legs. Fold over. Let your head and neck soften. Okay, find your strap. I hope everybody has a strap. We're gonna make a loop. Maybe you have a loop already. You can just open it up. And then it's gonna be a shoulder width loop. This is a little big, actually. I'm gonna go a smidge smaller. Okay, so here's what we're gonna try. And if you've got a shoulder thing that this may not work for you, it might feel like too much for the shoulders, and then I can give you another option to do. Okay, so just watch me for a minute. We're going to take the block, put it underneath the shoulder blades. Then the strap is going around the upper arms. You got to move the buckle so that it's in front. And then arms up overhead. Take your headband off with the strap. And then you rest your head. You got to sort of play around. Your head goes into the strap. So shoulder blades are squeezing. The head is pressing back. So again, if you got a shoulder thing, you can go wider with the loop. It might not work for you. If it doesn't work for you, just skip the strap part. Take your shoulders over the block. And you can even put another block under your head if your head doesn't reach. My head reaches the block here. So if you're not using the strap, you're just going to be here, arms overhead. Okay. Yeah, so if you're not using the strap, if you're using the strap, your head's going to be on the strap. So the strap will be around the upper arms. Yeah, you got to get the buckle out of the way. And then your head will be on the strap. You're too narrow. Go wider. Yeah, so it might be too narrow. You want it on both sides of the straps. The strap is behind your head. You guys, like this. I'll show this view. You might have to move it up a little bit. So it's like this. The strap is holding the arms and the head is on the strap. So that's the upright view. Yeah. And then down. Yeah.
It is not really resting.
Not resting. Right. So like I said, it may not work for you. I happen to love this one, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's okay. Just take the strap off and go arms by your sides. The strap is your head is resting on the strap. The arms are overhead. Again, if it's pinching in your shoulders, skip it. Wherever you are, whatever's happening in your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your block. Your head's resting on something, on the strap or on a block. Hips are on the floor. Hips are on the floor. Take the block lower. Rick, come up, take the block lower. Yeah, so you could go lower on the block. Okay, well, that's one way to do it. Take the block lower if it feels too intense. All right, you can blame Christina Sell for this one, not me. I do happen to love this one, but I get that not everybody loves this one. It's a lot. It's intense. Yeah, it's intense. I know, it's intense. Okay, so if you don't have the strap on your arms, just reach your arms up overhead. That's okay. Just reach the arms up. Yep, reach for your mat overhead. That's it. Keep the back of so you're pressing your head either into the block or into your strap. You're reaching your arms up and you're squeezing your shoulder blades into your back. Into the block. That's what I meant to say. And into your back. All right. Get out however you can. Roll to your side is probably the easiest way. Yeah. Roll over. I know, that's a Christina Stell special. I do like that one, but it's a lot. I know it's a lot. Okay. Move your stuff to the side. Swing your legs around. Let's come back to dog.
If you could get the strap and the block in the right space, it's a really nice way of like supporting your neck, keeping the back of the neck long, getting the shoulder blades in. But you know, I fully get that it's not a delicious thing for everyone. You know, it's like some people like, you know, onions and peppers and some people don't, whatever. Same thing. All right. We're going to step the right foot up into a low lunge. So right foot forward. Back knee down. Yeah, back knee down. Sorry, Anjaneyasana. Back knee on the floor. Good. Get lighter on your legs by pulling energy up and in. Feel a lift even into the pelvic floor, into the belly. You're drawing the prana, the life force, the energy up. And then take your arms up. Hook your thumbs. Hug your arms towards your ears. If the hooking thumbs doesn't work, just stay wide with the arms. That's fine. Good. But do your best to get your ears in line with your upper arms and then get long. Feel that uplift of energy of prana and then keep that lift. Lean yourself back any amount. And then pull your right heel towards your right sit bone. Engage your right hamstring. So you're not just collapsing your hips down, but there's an action happening there. You're squeezing your legs together. Okay, good. Release your hands to your front thigh. We're coming to thigh stretch. So left hand to left foot. So maybe a little bit of a deeper stretch than we had the first time around. Yeah, do it standing, Rick, so you still get the thigh stretch. So if it's easier to come up to stand and do it, yeah, like face the wall, use the wall. Yep, like that. Hug your heel to your butt cramp. Tailbone down. Okay, yeah. Pull your toes back, flex your foot more. Yeah, and hug your heel in. Okay, now both hands back. Yep, hold your foot with both hands if that's available. Squeeze your legs together for balance. Push your foot back behind you into a back bend. Take it as a shoulder stretch now. Be gentle on your knee. You're still pulling your right heel to your right sit bone, but you're pushing your left foot behind you. Feel that uplift, channel of the throat still open. Okay, now hold with your left hand. No, hold with your right hand. Drop your left hand down. Twist. That's it. You can stay here upright, or you can drop down to your elbow and take it into a little bit of a deeper back bend if that feels comfortable. Get the right shoulder back a little more. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Yep. Nice, you guys. Okay, slowly, gently release that foot. Step back into dog. Second side, left foot forward. Still cramping? Flex your foot. If you're flexed, it doesn't help. All right, Anjaneyasana first. So left foot forward, right knee down. Hook thumbs, arms up. Breathe up from your feet. Draw energy through your legs into the center of your pelvis. As you breathe out, send the energy up and out to the up through the throat, through the third eye, through the crown of your head. Pull your left heel to your left sit bone. One more breath. Yeah, that's it, Amisha. You got it. Okay, then left hand to left knee, right hand to right foot behind you. Thigh stretch. Hug your heel towards your butt. Keep that sense of the uplift of energy. So this pose, when we get very contracted, and this is a contracted pose, we tend to get heavier. So see if you can just keep having that sense of the uplift of Udana from the ground upwards, all the way up to the crown of the head. Hold with both hands. You can flex your foot, especially if you're getting a cramp. Press the foot back into your hands, take a shoulder stretch. Make it into a back bend. Continue to feel the lift from the tailbone to the crown. Good. Switch hands. So right hand down, still holding the foot with your left hand. Twist open, look up over the left shoulder. Stay here or drop your right elbow down. One more breath. Move the energy up. Exhale and release. Okay, good. Step back into dog. You can always hold or come through vinyasa here. Step your right foot up again. This time a shorter stance. We're coming to Ardha Ustrasana. If your back is not feeling particularly bendy, you can put a block next to your left leg behind you. Yep, pad under that knee if you need to. So this is half camel pose. So instead of being in the long lunge where we're sitting forward like this, for this one, left hip over left knee, right heel under right knee. Start with hands on hips. Breathe in, draw energy up from your feet. Feel a lift through the whole of your lower body. And even as you breathe out, feel a lift to the heart, to the throat, to the crown. And then start to lean back. Take your left hand behind your head. Lengthen the back of your neck with your left hand, lean back. Take your right hand no, I'm saying the wrong side. You're taking your left hand to your left foot behind you, your right hand behind your head, right hand behind your head. That's it. Good. Lengthen your neck with your hand. Lift your heart up. Good. Now, if your right shoulder is way up, pull it back and down so the heart lifts up and the head moves back. And then stay here or stretch your right arm back behind you, straight back. And just take one more breath to spread the prana to the surface and outwards. Inhale, come on up. Okay. Second side, if you're using a block, move it to the other side. Left foot forward. So back toe is tucked, gives a little more energy to the back leg, a little more support. It also makes the back bend a little less bendy, right? The foot's up higher to reach. So, but if you like a deeper back bend, then untuck the toes. Okay. Hands on your hips. Breathe in. Draw energy up. Connect to that updraft of energy that lifts your perspective, that lifts your whole attitude. Feel that channel through the throat rise up. Then left hand behind the head for real this time, left hand. Lengthen the back of your neck. Curl your shoulders back, keep your neck long. Take your right hand to your right foot or to the block next to you. And then turn your inner body, that subtle body, the pranic body, turn to the left a little so your heart is lifting straight up. Keep your neck long, maybe stretch the left arm back behind you. And then find your most radiant, beautiful version, manifestation of this pose using the life force inside you to create that radiance and beauty that's already there on the inside. Send it to the outside, up and out. Inhale, come on up. Okay, good. Hands back down, step back into dog. Last vinyasa opportunity. All right, and then we're gonna come to shoulder stand. So I want you to have 2 blankets for that. If you need another blanket, I can bring you some blankets. Coming around with extras. Yep. 2 blankets. Amisha, if you have for shoulder, you've got coming with more. Yeah, so stack your blankets one on top of the other. If you know where you're going, just go for it. If you need to stay with me for a tutorial, or you don't need it, or do you want to? No, okay. Yeah, so I'll start the whole thing by saying if you're not doing shoulder stand, here's your pose, bridge, block under the hips, legs to the sky. Here's a gentler shoulder stand, gentler on the shoulders and the neck. Okay, if you're doing shoulder stand and you know what you're doing, go for it. If you need to stay with me, stay with me. Blankets are stacked. This is going to keep the curve in the neck. And then I like my neck to not be on the fringy part. So I want the smooth part where my head's going to go, and then I'll fold my mat over. Yep. And then shoulders on the blanket, head on the floor. Yep. Shoulders on the blanket, head on the floor. Yeah, I mean, you could do it the other way, Susan, but it's, yeah, you want your head on the mat. Yep, and then as you're ready, you snuggle the shoulder blades in and underneath you, and you swing the legs up. And then I like to lace my fingers to really work the shoulder blades underneath. Bring my elbows in close, then hands to the low back, or you could keep your hands in a fist like that. Stretch your legs up. And then whatever pose you're in, just have this sense of drawing energy up from the earth. So you feel your head and your shoulders. Shouldn't feel your neck on anything pressing down, but shoulders and head pull upwards. Pull up into the center of your belly. And as you breathe out, send energy all the way up to the tips of the toes. Use this upward lift of energy to create less pressure into the upper body, into the shoulders, into the neck, into the chest. Yeah, you guys look really good. So using the Udana Vayu is really helpful in these compressive poses, whether that's a back bend or an inversion where there's more weight into the upper body. And just still use this sense of pulling up, pulling energy upwards, and then sending it up to the feet, pulling from your head, through your throat, all the way up, through your pelvis, all the way to the toes. See if you can feel that straight line of energy. The throat should feel open, the chest lifting towards the chin, but the chin not drawing down towards the chest. The chin stays upright. All right, take 2 or 3 more breaths if that's a reasonable thing to do. And if it's not, just begin to make your way down. Then to come down, you could just bend the knees. Release your hands, use your arms as the brakes. You can come through plow, which is toes overhead. Then slowly use your abdominals, use your arms, roll yourself back down. Let your feet land onto the mat. And then walk yourself backwards until your low back is off the blankets. Your pelvis is on, your low back is off. Your knees rest together. You feel a broadness and an openness in the low back and the back body. Close your eyes. Feel the movement of your breath. Feel the beating of your heart. Feel the flow of prana within you. Just have this sense that we are not in total control of where that flow is going and what it's doing, but that when we pay attention to it, we can help direct the flow in the ways that move us towards higher consciousness, that move us towards our best self, that move us in the direction of self-actualization. Okay, we're going to come to Matsyasana. So you can either just lift up your butt and slide your blankets out in front of you, or you can roll to your side and just rearrange yourself. And then watch me for a minute. I'm going to show some options for Matsyasana here. Okay, I'll go from like least dramatic to most dramatic. How about that? So here's least dramatic. Block behind you, head on the block. Shoulders down, head down, chest lifting. So that's one way to do it. You get this nice openness in the front of the chest. Nice breath. Okay. Another option, same thing, but you're on the top of your head. So a little bit more weight onto your head. Now, if your neck feels strong, if your core feels strong, you can go arms up. You can release your fingers in temple mudra. My shoulders are still drawing down. And then you can go legs up like we did in Navasana. Any one of those. Get off the bus at your stop. You know what to do. So start on your elbows, looking at your feet. Make your legs really strong. That's it. And then start to walk your elbows towards your hips. Come on to the crown of your head. Bring your head onto the block if that's helpful for you. Yeah, use the block. Yeah, put it up right. Yeah, like that. Yeah, good. And then you can stay there, or you can go arms up. You can go legs up. You can skip any of those things. So, Rick, your hips are on the floor. Your legs are on the floor. And then your head, you're on the top of your head, your chest, your back is off the floor. So it's like your arch, like that, but your weight is in your arms. Yes, good. So in this position, the lungs open up, the diaphragm opens up. We can really connect to breath really deeply. So another couple of breaths to draw energy up, to draw it inwards, to draw it upwards. Udana is the expression of what your soul longs for, what your heart desires, what your yoga practice is really meant to optimize on the highest level. All right, bring your elbows back down. If they're up, use your support of your elbows to lift your head and then roll back onto your back. That's it. Bend up your knees and cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your right foot. Arms by your sides. Pull your left knee in. Don't use your arms yet, just use your legs. Let the legs do the work. So pull the left knee in at the same time, press the right knee away. So the legs are very active here. You're pulling in with the left knee, you're pressing away with the right knee. Active stretch for the hips and a little balancing action. And then thread your arms through and hold the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin. Keep the right knee pressing away. Extend your left leg up to the sky now. And you can just stay here, hands behind the back of your thigh, or you can walk your hands over your right leg, catching your calf, holding your calf. Your arms are over your shin, and you can even walk up towards your foot. Bring your head and shoulders back down and bring the whole thing in closer. If you're feeling pressure in your left knee, fire up your right calf. Push your heel into your hands or your calf into your hands so that the back of your left knee is not jamming and it stays a little. Okay, release that foot. Keep your legs crossed. Now cross right knee fully over left knee. So knee over knee. Reach for your feet. Hold right foot in your left hand, left foot in your right hand. Good. And then instead of pulling your heels down towards your butt, lift your feet up in line with your knees. Yes, so the back of the knee is open. And then pull your legs in opposite directions, or your feet rather. The inner thighs are coming closer, but the feet are widening out. And then pull your feet down towards your shoulders. Your hips might lift off the floor. Just going to get a little bit of a deeper intrinsic hip rotator stretch. All right. Exhale, release your feet. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Cross your left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex your left foot. Arms by your sides. Pull your right knee in. Press your left knee away. Create a resistance of your right knee pulling in and your left knee pressing away to create a little active opening of the hips before we go into a more passive opening of the hips where we hold the leg. One more breath. And then thread your arms through. Hold your right leg behind the calf or in front of the shin. Keep the left knee pressing away. Stay here or stretch up your leg. Keep your hands where they are or walk your hands up toward your foot. It's not that reaching up towards the foot is any better. Nothing magical happens there, I promise. It's just, where can I get the most opening? Where can I access this akasha, this spaciousness inside, so that our Udana Vayu can move upwards and outwards? I connect to that potential. And then there's a space for it to rise into. Okay, good. Release your right leg, slide your left knee over your right knee. Catch your feet. You can hold your ankles or your feet. Lift your heels in line with your knees. Pull your feet in opposite directions. Inner thighs will fire up a little bit, and then pull your heels down towards your shoulders. Yeah. Supine Gomukhasana. On an exhale, release your feet, uncross your legs, windshield wiper the legs side to side a few times, and you can rest to one side and then the other for a couple of breaths if that feels good, or if you feel like you need to move, things are feeling stiff, then just keep them moving with the breath side to side a few times. And then find your way to Shavasana. Extend out your legs, your arms by your sides. Rest the backs of your hands on the floor. Let your shoulders roll underneath you. Let the pinky toes release towards the mat. And just in the most gentle, easeful way, as you're breathing, you're not changing the breath, you're just in this natural, easy, gentle breath. Just have this sense of drawing energy up through your legs as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, letting the energy rise through the channel of your spine and the main energy channel of the body, the Sushumna Nadi that runs along the spine. Just have the sense of the prana rising up from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head. In this very gentle way, just letting energy draw up through the legs to the pelvis, and then from the pelvis as you exhale up to the crown of the head. So if you were just bathing in that pranic flow, letting it wash away the narratives, the stories, coming to just a wide open spaciousness in your heart, in your mind, in every place inside of you. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Keep the energy very settled. We're just going to slowly shift to seated meditation. So keep the energy settled, but and the eyes closed, but find your way to seated slowly. Sit in any way that you can sit comfortably. Take whatever props you need under your hips. And then turn your palms up and touch your pointer, middle, and ring finger to the tip of your thumb. This is Udana Mudra. The pinky is extended. Palms up. We're going to just use a little mantra, a silent mantra meditation to help us connect to this higher level of consciousness. And we spend the practice so focused on drawing the energy upwards into these higher chakras, into the higher levels of our consciousness. We can access those places inside of ourselves more easily. And this mantra that we're using, hamsa, is just an affirmation of our higher consciousness. Literally means I am that. I am that consciousness that is breathing my breath, beating my heart, moving through the world in the most radiant and beautiful way. So as you connect to your breath, just let it be steady and smooth. And as you inhale, silently say to yourself, hum. And as you exhale, sa. And as you inhale, hum. And as you exhale, sa. Inhale, hum. Exhale, sa. Inhale, I am. Exhale, that. And just like that, keep going. To your next exhale, just release the mantra from your mind. Let your mind feel washed, clear and open and spacious. Release the mudra from your hands. And just savor this sense of connection to your own higher consciousness, to this upward movement of energy that allows us to transform and grow and to be our most radiant, beautiful selves. Join your hands together at your heart. And with reverence for yourself, for each other, for this practice, for all beings, let's chant one Om to close. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. Good stuff coming up. Always just check the website for that. Read the emails, all the things. The retreat at Kripalu in June, we're going to be working on the koshas, which is another sort of anatomy of the subtle body. Different, but similar, connected. So that's June 6th through 8th. People are signing up. Join us. Want to come to Kripalu, I'm sure? Are you coming? No, not this year.
Bye.
June, first weekend of June.
There's cards on the by the door if you want to take it. And there's the scan. You can see all the information there.